Welcome back. As we earlier said, we're going to be shedding light or taking a comprehensive look over the life of Sir Magdi Yaoub. Maybe God give him all the strength and empower him with all the best effort to be able to help people, extend his hands, because he's doing great for humanity. Of course, his achievements, the so many privileges that he has given to children, doing so very complicated operations, and and that's why he was rewarded by the late Queen Elizabeth of England, and he achieved so many awards, titles, and lately he was chosen as amongst the top most 5 influential figures worldwide, and this is the least thing that we could be accounting Dr. Magdi Yaoub for. Very delighted to be having with us here live in the studio Dr. Maryan Gergis, the journalist and the doctor also.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Maryan. So I'm sure you have a lot to say about Dr. Magdi Yaoub, because you yourself, you are a prominent doctor.
Yes, of course.
You are an obstetrician, right?
Yes, ophthalmologist.
What exactly, did you have him as a role model when you were studying medicine? Exactly how do you look up for a figure like Dr. Magdi Yaoub as a doctor?
Yes, he's a very great figure, and of course he's a role model, not to me, but for all the generations to come in the future. Actually, let me say in the very first beginning that I'm very proud that we are talking about him today. And actually, Dr. Magdi Yaoub earned more than 17 awards for all his advancement and his achievements in the cardiothoracic surgery. He made a lot of progress and achievement and a groundbreaking advancement in the heart surgery, and changed many concepts in the cardiothoracic surgery. Actually, in 1980, he was the first to perform a heart transplantation surgery with Derek Morris, and Derek Morris was the most achieved and lived more than 33 years, and this was recorded in the Guinness Encyclopedia, for he was the longest survivor of a heart transplant surgery. Also, Dr. Magdi,
he was registered in Guinness record?
Yes, yes, and he was the first one
to
live in 1980 in Harfield Hospital in UK, and he lived 33 years, more than 30 years. Other patients had the same procedure, lived for 30 years. Also, let me tell you that the Harfield Hospital, there were many procedures achieved and produced by Dr. Magdi Yaoub and Dr. Ross. It was called the Ross-Yacoub procedure. It was switching the aortic valves and with the pulmonary valves of the own patient, and it was like a switching valves of the own patient to make the valve surgery somehow easier and achieve a progress and modification to surgery. As you know, that medicine is always about innovation. It's not practicing the conventional medicine, but it's about innovation and introducing new techniques to the medicine and our clinical practice.
Right, so that is great. I mean, he is amongst top doctors to publish those scientific researches, and that affected real change in cardiology, surgeries and the medicine itself. So what about his achievements? We don't know what to do. We talk about his researches, his work, or his achievements, the hospital that he has erected in Aswan, and so many successful magic surgeries that he has done for children.
Yes.
Let us talk about his achievements, because we cannot pass this
yes, I will tell you that in about 1968, almost 1968, he published an article saying, "Are you ill or too ill for cardiac surgery?" In this time, or in this period, he was searching for operable and inoperable surgeries. You know, many surgeries are difficult to perform, so many cardiologists were just reluctant to refer this surgery. Dr. Magdi Yaoub at that time was searching for these operable and these difficult surgeries to operate on, especially children in the areas where no cardiologists were available to them to perform this surgery. And from this he earned his title Magdi Yaoub Midnight Stars. So he earned this title maybe among, it was not an official title, but he earned this title due to his searching, and he was inspired by his aunt. As you know, that his aunt died at the age of 22 due to mitral stenosis. So he used to say, due to mitral stenosis.
What exactly?
It's a problem with the valve. As you know, we have like 4 or 3 valves in the heart: mitral, pulmonary, aortic valve, and just organizing the blood flow from the atrium to the ventricle. So stenosis, it was closed. It was not performing its function in a good way. So after she died at the age of 22, she was very young to die, he said if we had the facilities to perform a surgery on my aunt, she would have lived longer. So Dr. Magdi Ayoub was inspired by his aunt, and actually studied cardiothoracic surgery for this reason. So also his father was a doctor, but he worked in public health, and he was concerned more about the public health and the community health. So he just studied medicine in Australian University, in Cairo University, and also he met a lot of challenges. So when we look at the biography of Dr. Magdi Ayoub, we have to look at the lessons we have to learn.
Of course, I was going to ask you that.
Yes,
thank you for erasing it.
We have to look at the challenges that he met. As you know, when he just got his first year residency as a resident of a cardiothoracic surgeon in the Australian Cairo University hospitals, he was met by many challenges, and he faced many obstacles. The first of them, that there was a doctor that told him, you are not allowed to go to the OR. If you want to practice medicine, just go to rural area and just be a GP, or we mean general practitioner. But he was insisting on his dream, so
What
he
is
just...
the OR?
In the operation room of the operating room. It stands for operating room. Yes, he didn't want him to be a surgeon, and he just tell him either to be here as a normal doctor or go to the rural areas and work as a general practitioner doctor. So he just left Cairo and went to UK and began his residency, as I told you, with Dr. Ross, where he began many surgeries and also developed and devised many other procedures like switching arteries. It was one-of-a-kind surgery to switch the arteries, the great arteries of the heart, without interrupting the interventricular septum. So again, I am saying that innovation was one of the benefits or the rewards he got after facing these obstacles. By passing our obstacles, it's just like passing a mountain, you will find the valley. And this is one of the lessons that we have to learn from Sir Magdi Ayoub.
So learning from having obstacles and try to overcome it, and thinking the right thinking, is such a great lesson, and it's a role model also for other doctors to follow footsteps. Like then let us talk, before we get into his awards and how he was rewarded and all that, let us talk about how he thought, the way he thought, because the way he thought was reflected on his achievements.
Yes, of course. The way he thought that he was not going back, that he was going to continue on all his dreams, and he was insisting just to make an advancement and a groundbreaking advancement in the cardiothoracic surgery. And up till now, you know, he's about 90 years old in age, and from 2 years only he just published a paper. It's published in the National Library or National Health Library in PubMed. It was talking about a very revolutionary change in the valve surgery. He said that the nature is the best technology and it's superior to anything we can make or anything fabricated. So he was talking about how to create a living heart valve, not implanting an artificial valve in the hearts of patients.
You mean maintaining?
No, just creating a living heart valve by implanting a cellular scaffold which hosts many cells from the body, and this scaffold will dissolve later on. It's biodegradable, and the cells of the own patient will make another valve, another living valve.
That's unprecedented.
Yes, yes, of course. It was a revolutionary procedure in the heart valve surgery, and of course it has many benefits, like avoiding the patient the anticoagulants, avoiding the patient the replacement surgery, because in artificial valves we need many surgeries later on, especially in a growing child. He needs the replacement and to repeat the surgery several times. But in a living heart surgery, it's called valvogenesis. how to create a valve, a living valve in the patient from its own cells using autologous or autogenous tissue, which it's kind of tissue engineering, I mean. So, of course, no need for anticoagulants, no need for replacing the surgery or repeating the surgery all over the life of the patient.
Right. You know what's great about Dr. Magdi? I have to say it. It's because this particular doctor, with the extent of his greatness, the way he thinks and his professionality and everything, he is the doctor for the poor. And all this great revolutionary operations, he has done it in very poor areas, in developing countries, stretching his hands to the poor. He is not a doctor for the rich, and his operations are not expensive. So that is something unique that exceptionalized him. Let us talk about his achievements and rewards, because there were many. He was the first doctor to be awarded by the Queen Elizabeth, late Queen Elizabeth. And so many other awards, if you'd like.
Yes, he won like more than 17 awards from 1980s when he was awarded and elected in the Royal Physicians, from the Royal Physicians College, and he was awarded also from Moscow, from Russia, an award called the Golden Hippocrates International Award. Also, he was awarded the honorary citizenship of Italy. And also from Egypt in 2014, he was given the Order of the Nile. Also later on, he was awarded the Order of Merit, and he was taken also from the European Society and of Cardiology the Gold Medal. So lots of awards were given to Dr. Magdi Yaoub, and I wish that he one day won the Nobel Prize in Medicine, because he deserved it.
Of course he does, more than anybody else.
Yes.
I wonder why this is not happening.
Yes.
But because President Obama, for example, he grabbed the Nobel Prize. I mean, there are many people.
Yes, for peace.
Peace, yes. So, going back to Dr. Magdi Yaoub, let us focus over his achievements for humanity.
Yes.
Apart from all the great revolutionary discoveries, or let me put it that way, or school of medicine that he created, but still the achievements for humanity are many.
Yes, this man is devoted and dedicated all his life for the global health care. And by the way, Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of the UK, 20 years ago, he took the opinion of Dr. Magdi Yaoub how to improve the health care of England. Like you imagine, Tony Blair and the UK, yes, they are just taking his opinion how to change the healthcare system of the United Kingdom.
Smart people. Yes, it's an honor for them.
Yes, of course. And actually, I will remind you of a statement of, he said, Dr. Magdi Yaoub, that he said recently, "I'm afraid to die before presenting to the humanity all what I can to present." He has a very good humanitarian side when we look also to many stories, and many stories in his surgeries when he treated a terrorist. And he said, we are not judgmental. We cannot judge people, we cannot punish people, and of course he performed the surgery on a terrorist. And when he was asked about what he did and why he treated, although the boy was going to stand in court and he was judged by the court, he said the medicine is not judgmental. And this is the very real face of medicine, not to judge people, and we have nothing to do with their real lives or personal lives, that we have to give them the best quality of life.
You're addressing humanity.
Yes, of course, and we have to save their lives. It's a very, very noble job to save the life of a patient. And as you said, he was very concerned to help children in the underprivileged and the underprivileged area where no service and where no medical services are being presented to them. And for this, he chose Aswan to build his Magdi Foundation, Magdi Yaoub Foundation, for treating cardiac surgery, to treat the cardiac problems. And as you know, the cardiac problems is the main cause of morbidity and mortality worldwide. For this, he chose Aswan. And in 1995, he began the Chain of Hope. Also, it was treating and it was helping many children who has no access to the medical service. So I wish from the Egyptian state just to take the opinion and to take the vision of Dr. Magdi Yaoub in improving our healthcare services.
Of course, of course. if it was done for Britain, that
Yes.
we would could do it for us also. At the end, I would love to thank you, Dr. Maryan Gergis. You are a medical doctor and a journalist. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my honor.
For coming over. It has been
my
a great
honor.
pleasure for
Thank
me
you.
receiving you. And by this, we come to the end of this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to all of you, and until we see you again tomorrow morning, that's a goodbye.